Good day, fellow bettors. Thank you for joining me for another video for your Serie A betting tips and predictions. Today, I will be sharing with you my predictions and tips on match results, correct score, over and under total goals, which in turn will give you the expected number of goals in the match. Also, I will share with you betting tips on the handicap system. For this here game week, we are going to start with Sassuolo versus Napoli. And for Sassuolo versus Napoli, I'm expecting here Napoli to win and both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Napoli wins this one 3-1. In terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and take Napoli to win this one by a goal. Napoli to win by a goal. Alright. So let's give you a quick recap here now, folks. Sassuolo versus Napoli. I'm expecting Napoli to win at $1.55. I'm expecting both teams to score. And in terms of a double chance, I'd say Sassuolo or Napoli to win and both to score, and that's $2.40 if that should happen. In terms of the correct score, I'm saying 3-1 here in favor of Napoli over Sassuolo. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Napoli to win this one by a goal, and that's $2.40. Alright, so we're going to move on to our next game, and our next game will be Sampdoria versus Bologna. And for Sampdoria versus Bologna, I'm expecting here this one to be keenly contested, and so therefore both teams should come out and give a good fight. And it's going to be interesting. Alright, so I'm going to take Sampdoria to win here. Sampdoria to squeeze through and take the win here. Both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Sampdoria wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Sampdoria to win this one by a goal. But I'm going to take a draw on the handicap system. Alright, so therefore, recap and predictions for Sampdoria versus Bologna. I'm expecting Sampdoria to win, and that's $3.10 if they do win. And in terms of both teams scoring, I don't think that will be the case. So both teams not to score. And also, in terms of a double chance here, I'm saying either team to win and both not to score. Correct scoreline prediction, folks. Get your pens and papers out for these. I'm saying 2-0 here in favor of Sampdoria, and that's $13 if that should happen. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw, the basis being Sampdoria winning by a goal. And that's $4.50 in terms of the odds side. So let's move on to our next game, and our next game will be Monza versus AC Milan. And for the Monza versus AC Milan, I'm expecting AC Milan to win here. So AC Milan to win, but Monza should give them a fight. AC Milan to win, both teams not to score. In terms of the double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying AC Milan wins this one 1-0. In terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and take AC to win by a goal here. I take a draw. Right, so let's go ahead and do a quick recap here now, folks. Monza versus AC Milan, I'm expecting AC Milan to win, and that's $2.10 if they do win with the current odds. Both teams to score, I say no. And in terms of a double chance, either team to win and both not to score, that's $2.37. And in terms of the correct score prediction here now, folks, I'm saying AC Milan to win this one 1-0, and that's $7 in terms of the odds. And in terms of the handicap system now, I'm going to take AC Milan to win by a goal being the basis here. We're going to have to take a draw based on my predicted scoreline in this case. Alright, so that's how the cookie crumbles for me for Monza versus AC Milan. And now we're going to move on over to Inter Milan versus Udinese. And for Inter Milan versus Udinese, I'm expecting Inter Milan to take care of business here. Udinese might give them a challenge, but I don't expect Udinese to prove much of a challenge to them at the end of the day. Yes, so Inter Milan to win, both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Inter Milan wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Inter Milan to win by a goal. Alright, so let's head back up and give you a quick recap now, gentle folks. I'm expecting Inter Milan to win here with $1.50. Expecting both teams not to score. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score, and that's $2.10. Alright, in terms of the correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying Inter Milan wins this one 2-0, and that's $7 in terms of the odds. In terms of the handicap system, now I'm going to go ahead and take Inter Milan to win this one by a goal. Alright, so that's $2.37. Okay, so that's how the cookie crumbles for me for Inter Milan versus Udinese. And now we're going to move on over to Atalanta versus Lecce. And for Atalanta versus Lecce, I'm expecting Atalanta to handle business here, but I'm expecting Lecce to provide some form of challenge to them, and so therefore Atalanta to win for me. Both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Atalanta wins this one 1-0. In terms of double chance, you wanted to, in terms of a double, you could take another double chance here where we have either team to win and under 3.5. Also on the handicap system basis, being Atalanta winning by a goal, we're gonna take a draw here. Alright, so recapping predictions for Atalanta versus Lecce. I'm expecting Atalanta to win at $1.50. Expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 1-0 in favor of Atalanta, I do believe, and that's $6.50. Alright, another double chance bet yet you could take up is either team to win and under 3.5 goals in total for the game, right? And that's $1.77. And as I usually see, any odd over $1.50 and up are really good odds. Yeah, in terms of the handicap system, I'm gonna go ahead and take a draw based on my predicted scoreline, and that's $3.40 in terms of the odds. Yes. Alright, so that's how the cookie crumbles for Atalanta versus Lecce, and now we're going to move on over to Fiorentina versus Empoli. And for Fiorentina versus Empoli, I'm expecting Fiorentina to win this one here. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Fiorentina wins this one 2-1. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and Fiorentina being the basis here. Fiorentina winning by a goal being the basis, we're going to take a draw. Alright, so let's head back up and give you a quick recap now, folks. Fiorentina versus Empoli, I'm expecting Fiorentina to win at $1.57, and I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, either to win and both to score, that's $2.62. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying here we should have a 2-1 victory here for Fiorentina, and that's $8. Alright, in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw here based on my earlier predicted correct scoreline. Alright, so that's how it goes for Fiorentina versus Empoli from my perspective, that is. And now we're going to move on over to Salernitana versus Lazio. And for Salernitana versus Lazio, I'm expecting Lazio to win here, and I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Lazio wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Lazio here to win by a goal being the basis, but I'm going to take a draw. Alright, so let's head back up and give it a recap now for Salernitana versus Lazio. I'm expecting Lazio to win at $1.66, and also I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score, and that's $2.20. As you can see there, yeah. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying Lazio should win this one 2-0, and that's $7.50 at the current moment. In terms of the handicap system now, folks, we're going to take a draw, basis being Lazio winning by a goal, and that's $3.60 in terms of the odds currently. Alright, so that's it for Lazio versus Salernitana. Now we're going to move on over to Spezia versus Juventus. And for Spezia versus Juventus, I'm expecting Juventus to win here. Both teams to score. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. For me, predicted scoreline, Juventus rather should win this one 2-1. Alright. So in terms of the handicap system, we'll go ahead. Basis being Juventus winning by a goal. We'll take a draw here. Alright. So let's do a quick recap here for Spezia versus Juventus. I'm expecting Juventus to win this one at $1.57. Current odds, that is. And in terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case, and that's $2 currently. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both to score, and that's $3. In terms of the correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying 2-1 in favor of Juventus, and that's $8 currently. In terms of the handicap system, we'll go ahead and we're going to take a draw here. Alright, so that's how it goes for Juventus versus Spezia. And now we're going to move on over to our next game, which is Roma versus Hellas Verona. So Roma versus Verona. So let's jump straight in and give you a prediction here. I'm expecting this one to end in a draw. Both teams to score. So we should have a 1-1 draw here. In terms of the handicap system, we're not going to have a bet on the handicap system. And I'm looking for another double chance here. Yes, here we go. So draw and the under 4.5. Alright, so let's go ahead and give it a quick recap here now, folks. So Roma versus Verona. I'm expecting this one to end in the draw, and that's $3.60 in terms of the draw. Correct odds, I'm expecting both teams to score, and that's $2.20. In terms of a correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 1-1 draw here, and that's $7.50 if that should be the case. In terms of another double chance bet, you could also go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total in this game. Right, so those are all my predictions for Roma versus Verona, and now we're going to move on over to our next game here, which is the final game for this game week, and it is Torino versus Cremonese. And for Torino versus Cremonese, I'm expecting Torino and Cremonese to play this one out, and Torino is heavily favored here. We're expecting Torino to win, but I do believe that Cremonese could sneak in and provide us with a draw here. So if you want to do a double chance where you bet on Cremonese to win or draw, or you could bet on Torino to win or draw. Torino to win or draw would be the better double chance bet. Yes, the lower odds, yes, but also if you want to get better odds, you can always go on the handicap system. Let's jump straight into it. So for Torino versus Cremonese, I'm going to take here Torino to win, both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Torino wins this one 1-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the basis here being Torino winning by a goal, and we take a draw based on my predicted scoreline. Right, so also you could also take a double chance that way, say either team to win and under 3.5 goals in total. Right, so let's go ahead and give you a quick recap now, folks. For Torino versus Cremonese, I'm expecting Torino to win here at $1.61. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that shouldn't be the case. And in terms of a double chance bet, I would go with either team to win and both not to score. And in terms of the correct scoreline prediction now, folks, I'm saying Torino wins this one 1-0, and that's $5.75. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a draw here. And also, if you want to take another double chance bet, you could go with either team to win and under 3.5 goals in total for the game, and that's $1.70 currently. All right, based on the current odds. Yeah, so gentle folks, that's how the cookie crumbles this week for your Italian Serie A betting tips and predictions. Thank you for joining me once again. Great luck betting, and have a blessed weekend. Thank you.